Aashish Somaiyaa, who's the Chief Executive Officer at Whiteoak Capital AMC Johnson, to talk about whether there is a concern of switches or redemptions at the broader end of the spectrum funds, which is the mid-cap and small-cap funds. Now, whether that money is moving into multi-asset funds or gold funds or debt funds is another argument altogether. Aashish, good morning and thank you for agreeing to talk to us today. Whether at Whiteoak or industry-wide, because I know you have a pulse, which is second to none. Are there the first signs of some bit of redemption pressures coming in or not really?
No, Neeraj, I have no reason to believe. I mean, we are not even 1% of the industry. We've just started last couple of years as far as our mutual funds are concerned. But for whatever it counts, definitely we haven't seen any redemption pressure. For the last few months, we have definitely been pointing out to people that, look, if you really thought that large cap should be 50-60% of your portfolio, then chances are, with what has happened in last couple of years, chances are that small and mid cap has become a much higher than intended weightage in your portfolio. So we've always been telling people, why you should rebalance or you should put incremental allocations into large cap, get your portfolio more into the center of the field rather than batting for the fences. So those kinds of cautionary messages, obviously, we have been passing on and we've been cautioning people. But given what's happened in the last few days, I haven't seen any panic or I haven't heard any, anything about panic or redemptions or massive switches, etc. That's the general advice we give. But in the last 2-3 days, I don't think there is any panic or any massive changes that I have come across.
Aashish, if I had to switch this around, it's Somaiyaa. Hi.
Hi.
I do know that a lot of people may be doing a portfolio reallocation in some ways, right? So you may want to take some profits of the mid and the small cap, reallocate it to large cap. Is your flexi cap also the strategy that a lot of people should and are investing in? Are you seeing an increase in inflows coming into the flexi cap fund?
So, look, if I look at October data, and then you look at September data, right? I mean, just compare. November is 11 months, 11, 12 days, 10, 11 business days. We don't have industry data really to go by. But let's say September and October. What you will find is that till September, large cap was barely like 5-6% of the net inflow of the industry. And when I saw October data, I saw that incrementally large cap got a little bit more money. And it came to, say, take an example, in 2024, there were many months where small cap got some 7,000 crore net inflow kind of number. And I saw months where large cap, which otherwise should be a bigger category, was like 2,000 crore net inflow, right? So large cap was not even on people's radar. But instead of September or whole of 24, just look at October. What you will find is that in the month of October, the net inflow into large cap funds is at least comparable to small cap. If I remember correctly, both were 3,000-4,000 crore net inflow, correct? So that shows that on the margin, people have been taking the cautionary advice and people have been allocating a little bit more to large cap, not by a big mile, but yeah, something has changed October over September. And I suspect that even now, people would be saying that, okay, incrementally, let's put more into large cap rather than, because over the last 3 years, small and mid cap would have become overweight in any case. And till there is a momentum, people don't realize. But when the momentum kind of stops, then people, first the thing is that fresh allocation goes into large cap. Now, coming to flexi cap funds, what has happened is that, say, for example, we always guide that our flexi cap fund will be 30-50% small and mid cap. But within that, we just do bottom up. I don't think at our end in our portfolios, no drastic or dramatic changes. The only thing I can see at an industry level may apply to us also a little bit, which is that incrementally more money going into large cap instead of only, seeing one-way movement into mid cap, small cap kind of stuff.
Aashish, hi, morning, Tamanna here. Just trying to, and your point taken completely that there's no panic selling, maybe not in the last couple of days. Are you seeing incremental allocations or lump sum allocations come down to some extent? What are the kind of queries that you're getting?
Yes, Tamanna, there's, like I said, when Neeraj asked me, we are not the biggest player in the market as yet. We will be there at some point in time. But I have no reason to believe there is any let up in flows. I mean, what I see on a daily basis, what I speak to my colleagues, what I speak to clients, investment advisors, private bankers, wealth managers, our mutual fund distributors, I see no panic, and I don't see anybody, telling me that, okay, this is unexpected or something crazy is happening and should we stand back, etc. In fact, my impression is that in the last 3 to 6 months, there were people on the sidelines, right? The net inflow. See, a lot of times what happens is people look at gross inflow like 70,000 crore, etc., etc. But if you see, the net inflow has consistently been 35 to 40,000 crore. And if I see the first 10, 11 days of November, I don't see any major change in how people have been behaving. Not yet, at least.
I think everyone has been sitting on cash, right? I mean, dry powder, like you all call it in your industry, and that will find its way into the markets, maybe in a staggered manner over the next couple of months. But just one quick question, how healthy is your cash positions? Are you sitting on a little bit of cash, just preparing for maybe an uncertain time? Hopefully that doesn't have to happen. But, and also because it gives us a sense, if two markets do correct, it gives you an opportunity to go out there and buy some more.
Yeah, so I'll put it into 2 or 3 parts. Look, structurally, let's look at it this way. Say equity mutual fund industry is just, not counting index fund, ETFs and all, but say the equity funds, balance advantage, balance hybrid, equity and hybrid, let's say is 40 lakh odd crores. Now, what you'll find is that there is a significant part, like some 6-7 lakh crores of the industry is just this balance advantage funds and balance hybrid and all those kinds of things. They are structurally right now 50% in cash or debt. And those funds are programmed necessarily to buy every time the market falls, right? And everybody follows some valuation model and nobody says, okay, wait, don't buy. We all are programmed to buy at certain level because, 6-7 lakh crores of the industry is there. And, given market valuations, on an average, all these hybrid funds are around, give or take 50% sitting in cash or, fixed income instruments. So that is 3 lakh crores, which every time the market falls, 10,000, 20,000, it has to keep on moving into equity. Now you look at hardcore equity funds. Not everybody takes cash, but if you take at an industry level, it won't be wrong to say like 5% or 6% cash. But the industry itself is so big that 5-6% cash will be, easily more than a couple of lakh crores. The third thing is that there is a significant base in the industry. Even money lying in liquid funds or ultra short-term funds is programmed to have switches registered in them, what we call systematic transfer, where people are, by and large, they keep money in liquid and ultra short with instructions that in the next 3 to 6 months, keep switching systematically into equity. And then on top of it, there is this SIP flow. So how much cash the industry has, you should not just optically look at somebody's fact sheet and say that as of 31st October, they had XYZ amount of cash. Frankly, that doesn't say much. But the 3 or 4 breakups that I'm giving you, that tells me that there is enough on the sidelines. That's how I would put it. It does happen that, the rate at which the market falls, what's on the sideline, also people kind of wait back and, they want to see the momentum breaking. That's a different story altogether. But the amount of money on the sidelines is, always a significant number given all the breakups that I gave you.